Hey guys, it's Zach from Say What Zach here. So doing a news around the league video real quick. So again, I didn't get to do this earlier. Again, helping set up a new YouTube channel with my father. So was busy doing that. Now jumping back into hockey stuff. So anyways, news around the league. Some of the stuff is a couple days old. Some of it's just happened today. But want to go over it anyways. So the first news, Morgan Rielly will be out at least 8 weeks with a broken foot for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have called up Rasmus Sandin from the AHL. So if you're an AHL fan, he may miss the American League All-Star game because he was nominated to that for Marlies. That probably won't happen anymore, so they're going to have to pick someone new. Anyways, out 8 weeks, that's a long time, and that's a big piece missing off that back end. If you guys have been paying attention, Toronto's been struggling in the back end. No surprise, right? So yeah, they're hoping Sandin come in and kind of solidify something there because yeah, that back end for the Toronto Maple Leafs goaltending and back end have been struggling, and their goal scoring is good, but it's not going to be able to make up for that lack of defense right now. So hopefully Sandin can come in and help with that. We'll see what happens moving forward. Zach Kassian got suspended 2 games for his hits on Matthew Tkachuk in the game against the Calgary Flames. That was on Saturday. I believe they played this past Saturday. Matthew Tkachuk took a couple runs at Zach Kassian. The second time was all it took. He went after him, grabbed him, threw him to the ice, and started punching him. Got a penalty for that, and then 2-game suspension to follow. The first hit was, that was borderline. The second hit, I thought was an okay hit. But Zach Kassian, he's not a fan of that. After getting hit twice, borderline hits both times, he went right after him. McDavid even went in and kind of tried to give him a few shots. More or less, that's a big thing right now because even Leon Draisaitl said he doesn't want to be paired with him in the All-Star game and all that fun stuff. So it's a whole thing right now. The Matthew Tkachuk and the Oilers are not fans of each other right now. So Matthew Tkachuk continues to build a name for himself as someone nobody likes in the league. I think he's a good player. I think he could be a little bit borderline. I think he could pull that back a little bit and just focus more on the skill side, but we'll see what happens. Today, the Central Scouting released their scouting reports for the NHL draft to come up. Alex Lafreniere, or Lafreniere, depending on which way you say it, is a top North American player, expected to go number 1 overall. No surprise if you guys watch the World Juniors that I've reported on. He was MVP of the World Juniors. He got tons of points, even though he was injured. It's his draft. He is pretty much projected to go number 1 overall and has been like that since the beginning, before this draft, before the year even started. After the last draft, everyone moved on to this year's draft, and he's been pretty much number 1 since. Tim Stützle, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not good with German names. I am German. I'm not very good with them. He is the top international player for this draft. I think they had him going 4th or 5th overall, somewhere around that range. Most draft parties have him going about 4th or 5th, I think, overall. But he's top international. Alex Lafreniere, top North American. Moving on, next thing, Andrei Vasilevsky was named to the All-Star game for Tuukka Rask, so Tuukka Rask is not playing. I didn't see what his reasoning is. It could just be simply he doesn't want to go, wants to rest for the playoffs. Could be other reasons. Who knows? Could be injuries. I don't think he's injured. I haven't seen that on my fantasy team that I have him on, so I don't think he's injured. But anyways, Vasilevsky is going to take his place. Another one off the list of players they nominated who was not going to the All-Star game. I'm going to do an update list because half the players aren't going anymore, either injury or by choice. So that video I did is outdated now. Chris Letang was named the captain of the Metro All-Star team. Now, this is one that I didn't really agree with. He should be going to the All-Star game. I would think that John Carlson should have been named the captain. The way he's been playing, Chris Letang's been playing amazing, don't get me wrong. John Carlson, though, was having a Norris Trophy type of year. He should have been nominated as the captain, not Chris Letang, in my opinion. I'm sure others will disagree, but again, they've been losing on so many people. I'm guessing they just want to pick somebody who was actually going. Again, the All-Star game, I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it, and also, I guess I'll mention this in this part. The All-Star game is going to also feature a 3-on-3 women's tournament for the Women's Hockey League, which is going to be cool. It's going to be a Team Canada versus Team USA 3-on-3 tournament, which will be really cool to watch. I'm excited to see that and see how that can work, and maybe the NHL can adopt something like that in the future for this All-Star game, because something does need to change to the All-Star game. Players don't want to go. A lot of fans don't care about it. It's more for people who actually can afford to go to this event than anything. So yeah, I think they could change a few things and make it more enjoyable for people to want to watch it and more enjoyable for the players to go to it. But we'll see what happens. I know the league is pretty stubborn and likes to ruin fun things, so we'll see. Your 3 stars of the week. Andrei Vasilevsky, who's had an amazing week. Tony Giangelo with that 5 points in 1 game as a defenseman. And Cam Talbot are your 3 stars. So all 3 of them having great weeks. Congratulations to all of them. Again, I'm a big Tony Giangelo fan. I have him in both my fantasy leagues. Love to see him up there. He's again, one of my favorite players. And the last little note off the side here. The American League All-Star Game will be aired on NHL Network here in the States. I don't know if Canada has NHL Network. I don't know how that works. I think it said it was on NHL Network here and TSN in Canada, I think is what it said. But the American League All-Star Game will be aired on TV this year. So I'm hoping I can maybe catch that somewhere because I'd like to watch it because I've not actually watched the American League All-Star Game. It'd be kind of cool to catch it and see some of these players I've been talking about lately playing in this All-Star Game. So anyways, those are your news around the league notes. Again, this is kind of the American League, but still a league that we cover. Down here for the team we're going to cover today for the last 5 games, the New Jersey Devils, their last 5 games. So they just fired Ray Shero as their GM, saying that they have not been winning enough, not winning when how much they want to be winning, they want to win now. So I have noticed since he made the Taylor Hall trade that this team has been playing better. So that's why I was a little surprised when they fired him now, of all times. But, you know, owners want money. So last 5 games, I thought I would go over it. They played January 12th against Tampa Bay, which is last night. They won 3-1 against Tampa Bay. So they've beaten Tampa Bay. And January 11th, they played against Capitals. They won that one 5-1. So they just beat Tampa and Washington, arguably 2 of the best teams playing right now. So those are 2 big wins that help show that this team is kind of coming out of the ruts and from the bottom of the league. January 9th, they played against the New York Rangers. They lost 3-6. January 7th, they played against the Islanders. They lost 3-4. And January 4th, they played against Colorado. They lost 2-5. So Colorado, again, borderline team right now. They've been dropping and struggling lately. Islanders, same. They've been about middle of the pack for the East right now. And then the Rangers have been playing okay. They have hit and miss. If you got D'Angelo, I think that's actually the game D'Angelo got those 5 points, making him the first star. You got him and Panarin, who's been amazing. Get those 2 guys in the ice, it's kind of hard to stop them. They are starting to pull it out, though. So their last 5 games, they've won 2 out of 3. It's an okay. It's not about 500. You'd think you'd rather say 3-2 instead of 2-3. But they are getting better. They are only 7 points back on the Rangers, or second to last in their division. They are above Detroit and Ottawa, which is good to see. That they're above other teams, and they are above the Ducks at this point too, and the Kings. So they're above 4 teams. Now that I'm looking at the standings, they're above 4 teams. They're not dead last. They're not where everyone was hoping they would be, but they are not dead last right now and playing a little bit better. Since December 9th, which is the last game that Taylor Hall played for the Devils before he was traded, they've played 15 games. They've gone 8-7-0, so they're above 500 since Taylor Hall left. I think, again, since they traded him and all that pressure has been taken off that team, this team has been playing much better as of late. So Shero, again, maybe get fired a little too soon, I would think. I would think maybe, again, see how this team ends the year. That's when I thought they were going to fire him. If they were still bottoms of the league, not looking like they could, I'd say if they were borderline. If they were, say, 5-6 points out of a playoff spot, I would think that he would maybe stay around, especially if we can move PK Subban or get some more assets for another draft. But they decided to get rid of him now, so that was a little surprising. Especially, again, since they're above 500 since he traded Taylor Hall. Some players that keep no mark. Mackenzie Blackwood, he has 14 wins. He has a 2.97 goals against average and a 905 save percentage, so he's been getting much better since that rough, shaky start with him and Schneider. Kind of nobody was able to stop a puck there for a while. He's starting to even out and starting to get those wins and steady himself as a starting goaltender for this team, which is helping to their over 500 record. Nico Hischier, he has 12 goals and 16 assists so far, so 28 points. And I think it was 38 games they played so far, or something like that, 47. I can't remember exactly how many games. I looked at it, but maybe I can see it real quick here. 1 second. They have played. Don't know if it tells me. Yeah, I don't see a record on here that I can get to really quick. Nico. Real quick, we're going to do this. We're going to do this in this video real quick. 40 games. He's played 40 games. So he has 28 points in 40 games. Again, not quite a point-a-game player. For first overall draft pick, you expect a little bit better, but he is starting to pick it up a little bit. Again, especially if New Jersey gets the draft really high in this year's draft, you're looking at Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and possibly another, top 5 pick on that line. That could be some potentially good team, especially with Blackwood kind of solidifying that goaltending. They don't have to worry about that now. They can focus on defense and offense now. And Blake Coleman has 15 goals and 8 assists in this season. He does have a couple. He had I think it was a 2-game goal scoring streak in here, where he scored it in the Islanders and the Rangers, and then he was pointless in these 2. But he's been starting to pick it up as well. They have players who are starting to pick it up. PK Subban has a couple goals and a few assists here and there. So again, their players are starting to pick it up. I think this team is going to be a little bit better than where they are right now by the end of this year. Especially again, if they can trade off maybe 1 or 2 players, get some more prospects or draft picks, this team could be good next year or the year after. They look like they're coming out of, again, the ruts that they started the season in. Again, if you watch my videos at the beginning of the year, I thought they would be a playoff team. I thought they'd be a wild card team. That's not going to happen. But at least they're starting to make their records look respectable. Again, they're 17, 21, and something at the moment. Let's see if I can get back to that too. So they are 17, 21, and 7 right now. So a few more wins, they could get to a 500 standing, be a respectable team at the end of the year. I'm sure it's not where New Jersey Devils fans want them to be, but again, this team is not as bad as they were at the beginning of the year. Anyways, that's kind of just a quick rundown of the New Jersey Devils. I think they're doing better than people think they are right now. Anyways, that's what my opinion is, I guess. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, give us a like, and subscribe, and a share. This is Zach from Stay with Zach here, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.